Marvel Future Fighters, welcome back. It's Trippy Cakes here, and I got a really great video for you guys tonight. This is going to be about the X-Men update. The patch notes were just released about 20 minutes ago. I tried to get the best pictures of them that I could, so I'm going to briefly go over them, and I do want to go ahead and say that every single character looks amazing. I was a little bit skeptical about some of the characters like Beast, and I was like, I'm not too excited about Beast or anything, and then I saw him in action on the video. I am going to go ahead and leave the link for that in the description if you have not seen it already. But there is a whole lot of content. I mean, this patch is absolutely enormous. So I'm going to try and condense everything that under 10 minutes, so that way I'll try and explain it to where you won't get confused. I did put a couple of pictures up of their skills. This is actually for, gosh damn it, I always forget his name, Cyclops. I don't know how I can forget that. Anyway, his tier 2 is pretty decent. He's got some really great skills. The penetrating with barrier and things like that is really great. He honestly looks. He doesn't have the best looking skills, but they are still pretty good. This one is from Phoenix. Her 70% chance to be immune to fire damage means she can probably kick Dormammu's ass. She actually looks really amazing, and I'll get into how you unlock her. But there is an epic quest line to basically unlock these different characters, and it is really cool. There was no actual paywall, which was a big shock to me. Well, I'm not going to say there's not a paywall, because there is, but I'll go ahead and talk about that in a little while. I just want to keep taking a look at some of these skills here. We've got a lot of really, really, really great stuff. But as I was saying, this one was Storm's, and this one is now Wolverine's. Wolverine looks awesome. His below 99%, he recovers 5% of his max HP for 1 second, and the cooldown is 1 second. If you put a recovery obelisk on him, oh my god, he's going to be ridiculous. Like, his skills look great. I'm just really excited. I really wish I could actually put the video on here, but I don't have that kind of capabilities, so that's why I'm going to leave that link in the description. And I thought Wolverine would probably be a paywall, but no. This is Storm. She's got a lot of lightning damage going on with her. I can see her tier 2 passive being useful to like Thor and Jane Foster, so maybe if you put her on the team with them, that'd be really great. She actually looks like she plays a lot like Crystal. Because she's got high amounts of CC. That's what I did notice. A lot of crowd control that she has with her moves. It's not going to be that great in World Boss, but it is going to be amazing for like Alliance Conquest and things like that. Let's see. This here is Beast, and Beast is actually a combat. I figured he would be. A lot of people were saying speed, but I just didn't see that at all. But I did. I was actually shocked that Rogue turned out to be speed instead of Beast, and I found that, like, I thought maybe she'd be Blast. I don't know, but I just wasn't expecting speed. And let's see here. This is actually for Rogue. Her tier 2 passive is pretty good as well. She has a lot of iframes, and I mean a lot. Holy crap. Like, actually, honestly, all of them have ridiculous amounts of iframes, but nobody has more iframes than Wolverine does. Let's see here. Applies to enemies, removes active buff from target. So basically, if she can get her hands on Doctor Strange, hopefully she'll be a Doctor Strange killer and she can get rid of that. This is actually Magneto. Increases damage dealt to human characters by 80%. That is a fuck ton of damage, and you have to excuse my French, but 80%, that's really, really good for fighting most of the characters in the game. And that's almost comparable to Miles Morales' tier 2. He gets that 120% bonus against bad guys. Now this is where it gets interesting. Cyclops, Storm, Beast, and Wolverine are obtained through the epic quest, of course. Hopefully you can use tier 2 tickets on them, because I've got some saved up. And then Jean Grey, you get her after tier 2ing 5 of the X-Men characters. And then we did get 2 new uniforms, no Venomverse, but we did get one for Crystal. I might invest in it. I don't know, but the second uniform that is coming, that I was almost 100% sure was going to have a uniform, was Gwenpool. And hers, she just has her hood off. And then the thing is, they say if you purchase the Rise of X-Men Deluxe Edition, you automatically get 6-star Magneto, and you get exclusive missions and things like that. Um, it's I don't know how to I don't know how much it's gonna cost. It doesn't actually say, but hopefully it's not gonna be too much. Something reasonable. Hopefully they don't want like 10,000 crystals or something crazy like that. And then they'll have a new growth material. Um, these shards, you get them from daily missions and things like that. And then you'll get the material to advance them to tier 2 as well. And you can convert your black antimatter into the material needed to tier 2 them and rank them up. And that is assuming you can't just tier 2 them like with a mega rank ticket. I find that hard to see, or I find that hard not to have that available. And then they did do some upgrades to where you can pick gold shards to level up the X-Men, or known stones and chaos for your daily missions. And they also increased how many you can have um, to 6 entrances daily instead of the 2. So that's pretty good. They are going to do some UI improvements as well. I wasn't too. I mean, I like the UI. It's really not that bad. Not bad at all. But then this is pretty much what it's going to kind of look like now. You'll have your missions, then the arenas, and then your challenge, and then co-op. So it looks like they pretty much condensed it down to where it's a lot easier to use. And then they are going to have a little bit more details on like when you're going to get uniform sales or free chests is available. Just simple things to help you, draw your attention to it, because there is a lot to do every single day, no matter how fast you go into it. And they do have a little bit of they put a status board button there. You're going to be able to click that and see, what you have left to do. Because, sometimes I'll forget to do timeline battle and I'll come up short for, all the gold I need. And then I added a button for your comic cards as well. And they also added a few more little UI things like that'll tell you percentages added on to your characters based off of their uniforms and things like that. They changed up the assembly points. I mean, that's not really a big deal. We all know what we're most excited for. So I'm going to leave this up here so you guys can, read that as I continue talking. But it was honestly a little bit shocking that there wasn't a huge paywall kind of thing. I was expecting like a Kid Kaiju or Carnage kind of thing. The fact that when you purchase that little extra missions pack for Magneto, that you're actually going to be getting more than just that. Actually, what? I do actually want to talk about this. So, with a selector, how every day you get your free hero draws. If you already own the character, it'll give you a lot more biometrics if you already have the character. And then they've been fixing some bugs as well. And but like I was saying, I think it's really interesting that they added a special mission kind of thing. I can't see that. I just didn't see it coming. And the fact that everybody's not like a mandatory paywall to get to is great. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes. I do thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, and then check out that video in the description. Alright? You guys have a good one. Trippy Cakes out.